Hey everyone, so this video is going to be my 2015 beauty favorites, the most favorite skincare makeup-esque things that I loved last year. And to be honest, I like doing these videos every year, but it feels like I have to go back and watch my favorites from the entire year, because a lot of times you may not remember something that you were using in January and February. It can still be a favorite for the entire year, but sometimes if you don't currently have it in your collection, I know I might tend to forget about it because I have so many things. I have a bajillion things here, so I'm gonna obviously try to run through things pretty quickly. I was looking back and I only did 4 or 5 favorites videos last year. I will link them all down in the bottom bar. Yeah, because when I was watching them again, I still liked all of those items, but these are the essentials from last year. And as I was looking, I realized that majority of the things I have are either foundation or lip products, because I'm pretty basic. You couldn't tell today, but I'm pretty basic when it comes to my makeup. I pretty much just like to have really good looking skin if possible, and then I just like to play up my lips. A lot of times I don't really do much on the eyes, even though today I went a little extra, but majority of the time I'm just doing mascara and the same old pigment that you'll see, and then I just change up the lip color. And I have 14 different foundations here. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so I'll go ahead and start with skincare. The first things I have, just to get them out of the way, are 18 packs of these Aveeno Positively Radiant Makeup Removing Wipes. I talk about these all the time. I talk about them in my Ungetting Ready with me. My Getting Unready video, my monthly favorites, my skincare. I repurchase these religiously. I wish they came out with a larger pack, but you get 25 for $6. So they're not the cheapest ones, but they are amazing. They are the perfect amount of wetness, moisture, saturation, all those words we love to use, but they're the perfect amount of that. It's not too much where your face is sloppy wet when you're done, and it's not super dry where you're just tugging. They remove everything, including waterproof makeup or long-lasting, long-wearing makeup. And my face doesn't feel greasy afterwards. It doesn't feel incredibly dry afterwards. It just kind of feels balanced and normal. They help with giving your face just a natural glow to it as well. And then if you are a contact lens wearer, they are pretty awesome with not making your eyes feel burning or have a weird fog over them that I always talk about. So I think they're great for sensitive eyes as well. So check these out. Okay, so the next product is a tried and true product once again that I keep talking about when it comes to skincare. It is the Kiehl's Clearly Corrective Dark Spot Solution. I've gone through probably about 4 of these. This is probably my 5th or 6th bottle of this. I've been using it for I feel is it 2 years now? Maybe 2 years, or pretty close to 2 years. This is the medium size bottle. They make a 1 fluid ounce. This is the 1.7 fluid ounce, and then they make a 3.2, a 3.4. I don't know. It is expensive. This is $80, but it is my most problem topic with my skin is hyperpigmentation. If I touch something or don't touch something on my face, it's gonna leave some type of mark there. This is really awesome at helping speed up the process of fading those. It has peony, white birch, and activated C, which are just gonna help to speed up this cell turnover process. It's really awesome at new scarring or marks and stuff. It does work well with a lot of the older things I have too, but it's nice because I use it day and night. It's a really light serum that I just pat into my skin. It's a little bit sticky, but it doesn't disturb me applying my moisturizer and primer and makeup underneath it. I use it day and night religiously, and I love it. So check this out if you're in the market for trying something to help fade stuff. Okay, and then to finish out skincare, I just want to talk about this Mario Badescu Glycolic Foaming Cleanser. So I really like using things that have benzoyl peroxide in them. The only problem is that 1, they bleach everything that they touch, and then 2, I don't know, it kind of just really dries out the skin. So I picked up this really tiny bottle of this glycolic foaming cleanser because glycolic acid is supposed to help with problem areas on your skin. It helps with breakouts, but it also is anti-aging at the same time, which whoop, whoop, now that I'm getting up there in years, that's something that I'm looking for, is like I'm still dealing with like adult acne, but I'm also looking for stuff that's gonna be like anti-aging as well. So you need a tiny bit of this. Like when I tell you that this is a travel size and I'm only halfway through it and I've been using it like all the time. Mind you, if you have oily skin, you're supposed to use it like 2 to 3 times a week. If you have dry skin, you're supposed to use it 1 to 2 times a week. So I might use it like kind of every other day, every 3 days or whatever. Basically like 3 times a week. But it really just helps to like deep cleanse my skin, and it makes like, I feel like it really helps with breakouts like dramatically. So love this stuff. And this isn't super expensive. Like the travel size here is like $7, but you're not gonna use it. Obviously you're only using it like 2 to 3 times a week, and then you don't need a lot of it because it really foams up with just a small amount. Oh, and then one more thing that I want to talk about, I guess is skincare related, is this Vita Liberata Luxury Tan. This is like a tan mousse in the color medium. They actually sent me like 2 boxes of this, and at first I was just kind of like, why are you sending me this? What are you trying to say? You trying to say I'm not dark enough? Anyway, I like to look bronze and glowy and tan all year round if possible, but you know, I really can't lay out right now because the weather looks like the mist is coming in. So I use this, and I really wasn't expecting much out of it because I've used, you know, self tanners and they kind of just wash off like the next day. This is pretty awesome. This is in the color medium, but it gives me a pretty nice tan. So I'm pretty interested in trying out like the darker shade, because I'm pretty sure it comes in dark. But anyway, it's a mousse, which I like because they're less messy. Shake it up, pump it onto a mitt, like a tanning mitt that you can get from Walmart, Target, Ulta, wherever, and just rub it in. It kind of gives you a little bit of an instant bronze, so you see where you're applying it, but it also just gives you a really nice bronze that lasts pretty long in the, like, even through like showering regularly. And it doesn't give me like a funky orange color. So if you are a woman of color but you still like to self tan, then I would suggest trying this out. Okay, and I have one brush to talk about for the entire year. I love my beauty blender. I'm not really including that because I'm trying to do things that I haven't really like beat to death this year. But anyway, this is the Royal and Langnickel Kabuki powder brush, which is a massive dome kabuki brush that I love for foundation because it's so big. It takes like 2.5 seconds to apply your foundation. It buffs it in really nicely. And this is a really like heavy weighted brush. All right, now on to the 17 foundations that I have. I'm going to talk about, we'll start with the one BB cream that I have. So this is the Smashbox Camera Ready BB Cream. I wear this like majority of the summer pretty much. It gives great coverage. It has like 17 different things that it does, like it primes, perfects, it helps with oil control, it moisturizes, and then it also protects because it has SPF 35 in it. So it's amazing when you want lightweight coverage, like during the summer or just for every day. This is medium, but I believe there are 2 shades darker, 2 shades lighter than this. I love it. It's great coverage to me for like a BB cream, and it does, I mean, it just looks really good. Really good. All right, I have 3 drugstore foundations. The first one is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. I have a review on this. I will link in the description box where I do like a demo and a full review on it. It's amazing, especially if you have oily skin, if you like full coverage, if you like, you know, something that's gonna last really, really long. This is your go-to right here. Next, I have the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. Oh, in the Pro Matte, I wear like 107, 108. And then in the Fit Me, I have like, I think this is 228. And I also have another color that's close to this, like 240, I think it might be. Anywho, love this. It's more liquidy than the L'Oreal, so it's, you know, not slides around in a bad way, but it blends a little bit easier. But it's matte. It's not as matte as L'Oreal, but it gives you more of that like demi matte if you want that. But it has great coverage. It is definitely like half the price of the L'Oreal, so if you want to weigh those out. But those are 2 awesome drugstore foundations. And the last drugstore foundation is the oldie but a goodie. This is the CoverGirl Queen All Day Flawless Foundation 3-in-1. This is the CoverGirl Queen collection, which is geared towards women of color, but they do have it in the regular CoverGirl line as well. Love this. Conceals, primes, covers everything. It comes with a pump. It's like $9.88 at Walmart, and I love this. This is definitely like my go-to for summer because sand is like the perfect color for me like during the summer. So then I have 3 higher end foundations. The first one is one that I've talked about like over and over and over, and it's the Estee Lauder Double Wear. This is in the color 3W2 Cashew, and which is kind of like my winter color. And I also wear honey bronze like in the summer. Great coverage, and this stuff will not move. If you want something that you're gonna wear for like 12 to 16, 18 hours, this is your go-to because it covers like a dream. It keeps you like matte-ish, you know, and then it stays on until you are ready. This is the definition of long wear makeup right here. Okay, so next is the NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation, and I have the color Medium Dark 1 Syracuse. This is definitely like a winter color for me. This is more so a foundation that I'm gonna wear in the winter because I have oily skin and it has that luminosity to it, so it's not gonna keep me like super duper matte. But I love the coverage. Like, it's a water-based foundation, so it's really liquidy, but you only need like 2 pumps, you know, and it covers like everything, like a dream. You wouldn't even think that. However, the price is ridiculous. It's like $48, but if you want to try it, I suggest trying it. And then lastly is one that I've picked up most recently, and is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus. I have the color 67. This is amazing stuff. First of all, it comes in this really nice like squeezy tube, which is very sanitary, perfect for traveling, and it covers like a dream. To me, it's very similar to the L'Oreal Pro Matte, but I feel like the coverage is even better, and it's definitely matte. Like, if you have problems with very oily skin, like in the summer, this stuff right here, it's awesome. Awesome, awesome sauce right here. Okay, next is the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I pretty much use this anytime I traveled this past year. This is what I took with me because it has my highlighting shades to set like my under eye concealer and to help highlight, and then it has these 3 contour shades down here, which I was using the middle one here kind of for bronzer because it's a warmer tone one, but definitely these 2 right here are great for contouring. And then I was like digging into these to highlight under my eyes, and then also they're so pigmented they can just highlight your face on its own without using like a cream highlighter if that's what you want to do. And then speaking of highlighters, I am just going to mention this one right here, which I don't even know how they came up with this, but they are geniuses for this. So this is Becca's Shimmering Skin Perfector in Champagne Pop. So it's the one that Jaclyn Hill did with Becca, and it's a beautiful color. I'm pretty sure you've heard of it. It's awesome. It works for like all skin tones, and it's crazy pigmented. It's what I'm wearing today, and you only need a tiny amount of it, and it's just a really nice champagne pop. Like, it's the perfect blend of champagne and gold that'll work all year round and for like everybody. Okay, so I have one eyeshadow to talk about. One eyeshadow, and it is MAC's Tan Pigment. I think I included this in last year's yearly favorites. I know I've included it in several monthly favorites, but it's pretty much the only eye color you need, like the only eyeshadow that you need in life. It's a beautiful rose gold champagne-esque pigment. These are like 20 bucks, but you're never gonna go through an entire one of these. And when I tell you that this is pretty much what I'm wearing anytime I go out or when I don't know what to wear, that's what I mean. Every single time I travel, this is what I take with me because it's just like it goes with everything. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to fuss. I just put it all over the lid, maybe sweep it in the crease, maybe put a little bit of a brown in the crease, and I keep it moving, and it's beautiful. You could actually use it to face highlight if you wanted to. And you only need a tiny amount. Like, y'all, I literally just use the cap every single time I use it. It's pretty much it. It's all you need. And this is it right here. So I have 2 eyeliners. The first one is the NYX Chocolate Collection Liquid Brown Eyeliner, which is amazing if you're looking for an actual chocolate eyeliner that's not a really dark brown. It has a brush tip applicator that's very skinny, but it works really well at giving you like a nice like line. It's, you know, it works really well if you want to do a wing as well. And I just pretty much am obsessed with the color because it's just like a rich chocolate brown. And then as far as black liquid liner, I have the L'Oreal Carbon Black Linear, I don't know what this is, Linear Intense, but this is the brush tip one because I know they make a felt tip one also, but it's just so black, so pigmented. It goes on like with a vinyl sheen to it, but it definitely dries matte, and I love it. I'm wearing it today. So love the 2 of these, and they're both drugstore. As far as mascaras, I was loving these colored mascaras from NYX. I have a tutorial using these. If you want to like figure out ways to wear color mascara, I will list it in the description box. And this is the color, what is this? Forget Me Not, and then this is just blue. But these are nice pops of color when you don't really want to do a whole lot, or you kind of just want to be a little bit flirty with your makeup. Okay, so I have 3 nail polishes to talk about because we can't not talk about nail polish. I'm one who still likes to paint my nails. I don't go get them done. 1, because I can't have artificial nails at work, and then 2, I just can't function. Like, I can't put in my contacts, I can't do stuff. I don't like that feeling of just like fake nails all the time. Anyway, so I like to paint my nails, and I like to change the color pretty often, and I like bright colors. So the first one I have is the Urban Outfitters, I forget the name of this one. It's like Rodeo Drive, something like that, I think. But anyway, it's a really pretty pink purple cream. Packaging's really cute. These are only like $5 or 2 for $8 if you buy them. Love this color. Next, which is very similar, is the Sally Hansen Leaping Lilac, which is just a cooler toned purple. I pretty much was wearing one of these colors on my nails and toes like the majority of the year. Yeah, pretty much. And then a holy grail favorite is China Glaze's Flip Flop Fantasy. If you don't own this color, I suggest you pick it up because it looks amazing in the summer on your toes as well as on your fingers. But this is pretty much like the only color I wear on my toes in the summer, unless I'm wearing white. Like, it's this. Look, what is this? This is like insane highlighter pink coral color. Okay, so the last products I have to talk about are lip products. Like, all of these. They're pretty much just like 2 brands. The first one, however, that I'll mention is Sephora's Brown is Back lipstick, which is a beautiful cool toned brown shade that I think that'll work so well with like anybody. It's gonna be an awesome nude if you have deeper skin, and it's gonna be a great like brown that's really popular if you have, you know, like fair skin or lighter than me or whatever. But beautiful color, and I love the packaging. It's just so sleek and simple. Everything else is either from NYX or ColourPop. I feel like ColourPop like came out, hit the page, like the ground running, and they haven't looked back. So of course I had to mention these ultra matte lip products, lip colors here. These all look like pretty much the same color. So we have Tool, Bumble, Solo, and Trap. So you can definitely see the differences in them when swatched. But for $6, I think that they're pretty good. They're not like the best quality liquid lipstick that there is on the market, but if you don't want to spend $22, $30 on a liquid lipstick, definitely check these out. And they have like, you know, 50 shades almost, it seems. So there are colors like for everybody, but the pigmentation is definitely not the problem. I think if you just wear like a lip liner and a lip balm underneath, you'll get like a lot more wear out of them. And I don't have a problem with the liquid lipstick wearing away. I can reapply it. That's not really an issue. And I don't feel that when you go to reapply these that you have any change in consistency. So these last products are from NYX. I have a couple of the butter glosses in Apple Strudel and Creme Brulee, which are really nice non-sticky pigmented lip glosses that are great over lipsticks, over lip liners, as well as just like throwing it on by itself if you just want to like run out the door for everyday wear. And then I have the Intense Butter Gloss, and this is in Tres Leches, which is amazing. It's like a very, very pigmented lip gloss. This one has like a thicker, more tacky consistency, but it's a beautiful color. And then I have the Soft Matte Lip Cream in Morocco. So these are more of their like lipsticks or lip stain, but it's kind of just like a mousse lip cream that just goes on really soft, and it is matte and it stays like, you know, really nicely. This color is my favorite color in the world to wear when it comes to makeup. That beautiful like orange red. Crazy pigmentation. All right, so that's everything for this video. Thank you guys so much as always for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, please subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna have a 2015 hair favorites coming up. There was just too much to include in one video, so be on the lookout for my hair favorites. Bye.